Good evening, keluarga Gracia. Welcome back to English Time, your favorite English learning program where we learn the language while chatting about the hottest topics in town. I'm your host, Audrey, accompanying you tonight from 8 to 9 p.m. Suara Gracia FM, the sound of life. God is a rock. Nowadays, we will face the holiday, which I think everyone already has the report score for your kids. So we will talk later about what we really need a plane ticket to feel better. So maybe because it will come the holiday season, so everyone will have a plan to healing. But before that, let's hear some songs and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back again in English Time program. Before we talk about our topic tonight, let's say hi to Miss Dwita. Hi Miss Dwita, how are you?
Hi, Miss Audrey. I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, so how's your weekend?
Well, the week actually, I had a wonderful time, Miss Audrey. Especially last week on Satu Muharram. This is last
Okay.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Well, I just knew that Satu Muharram is the what do you call it? Tanda that it is also the celebration for the Cirebon anniversary.
Okay.
Ulang tahunnya kota Cirebon.
Yeah.
So it was the 599th birthday.
599. Wow.
Yeah, so next year it will be the 600th anniversary.
Yeah.
So we had a wonderful time celebrating the anniversary together with the Cirebon Bernyanyi. So we had a great time together with old friends and new friends, and the songs that we were singing were Warung Pojok. And then Sintren, I don't know what do you call that, and also one of the Putri Iklan or something like that.
Okay.
So the celebration will be this coming Wednesday, I guess, June
Yeah.
24th, in Balai Kota. So yes, we had great time. Because the song Warung Pojok, I also just knew that it is from Cirebon. That is the Cirebon song.
Okay.
The lyrics were using the Cirebonese. I was just singing the song, though I didn't understand the meaning. Kedanan, what is kedanan? Kelingan, I don't know the meaning of those words. I just sang the song together. So that is that. And then on the weekend, I went to Solo, Miss Audrey. So I joined the festival Tas Nusantara. So it is about promoting the bags from all over Indonesia in that festival.
Yeah.
So I didn't join the exhibition, but I joined the bazaar.
Okay.
So I sold my handmade bags. Actually, that is a bento bags.
Okay.
And then also some other things that I brought to the bazaar. And also I had a chance last Saturday to join the talk show. So it was about the talk show about how I started the making things from the ideas and then choosing the materials until I executed the ideas into the products.
Yeah.
So that is that. And then it was I had a great time in Solo. And I just returned last night, and then the whole day today I spent at home. Taking a rest. How about you, Miss Audrey?
Okay, nothing much actually, but last week it was the busiest week because the report score.
Oh yeah.
So I had to prepare everything, Miss. And on the holiday last Tuesday, the whole day I just sit in front of the laptop.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because on Wednesday we had the meeting for the end of this academic year.
Yeah,
So
that's right.
I had to prepare everything on Tuesday. So Wednesday I already ready.
Oh, yeah, okay. So everyone naik kelas?
Yes.
Okay, congratulations.
Yeah, so that was about my weekend
Oh,
actually.
okay. And also, did the school already assign you for the next?
Not yet.
That is what you were waiting for, right?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay, yeah, so okay, Keluarga Gracia, that's about our weekend. And before we continue, let's hear some songs and we'll be right back. Okay, Keluarga Gracia, back again with us in English Time program. Okay, Miss Dwita?
Okay, so the trending one is about the healing era.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the first part we're going to talk about the holiday mood. So if you are listening to us right now while packing your suitcase, well, congratulations. We hope you remember to bring the important things: your clothes, your charger, your toothbrush, your children.
Excuse me?
Well, you laugh, but have you seen those stories online? People forget the strangest things when they travel.
Yeah, true. And honestly, nowadays, before going anywhere, the first thing people check is not, do I have my wallet?
Yeah, it is. Do I have enough storage on my phone?
Exactly, because what is a holiday without 1,347 photos of the same sunset from slightly different angles?
And don't forget the famous holiday pose.
Which one?
The one where you stand with your back facing the camera, looking at the ocean, pretending you are thinking about the meaning of life.
Yes, like here I am, deep, mysterious, connected with nature.
Yeah, while 2 seconds before that, someone was saying, "Wait, my hair looks weird, take it again."
But jokes aside, this season is always interesting. School holidays are here. Airports are busy. Hotels are full. And our social media feeds suddenly become a travel magazine.
One friend is in Japan, another one is at the beach. Someone is climbing a mountain. Someone is eating something so beautiful that you don't know whether to admire it or feel hungry.
And then there's us at home looking at all those pictures with a cup of coffee and a tiny little voice in our head saying, maybe I should have booked a flight.
And that is the interesting thing about our modern life. Sometimes we are not tired because we need a holiday. Sometimes we are tired because we are comparing our ordinary Monday with someone else's highlight reel.
That is so true.
The word healing has become one of the most popular words of our generation. I need healing, or let's go high healing, or I'm healing. And somehow it often comes with an image of a beautiful beach, a mountain, a luxury hotel, or a plain window with clouds outside.
Which is lovely. Traveling is wonderful. We are not saying don't go on vacation.
Please go, take us with you if you can.
Yes, we accept invitations.
But seriously, today we want to ask a simple question. Do we really need to go somewhere far away to feel better? Because maybe healing is not about how far we travel. Maybe it is about how deeply we breathe.
You know, I find it interesting that holidays used to be much simpler. Years ago, if someone went on a trip, they would come home, develop their photos, put them into an album, and then force everyone to look at 300 pictures. This is me standing in front of a tree. This is the same tree from another angle. And this is a close-up of the tree.
Yeah, and sometimes the photos were not even good.
Yeah.
A finger covering half of the camera, someone blinking, someone walking behind you unexpectedly. But somehow we loved those pictures.
Because they captured memories, not perfection. Nowadays, we live in a world where everything is edited,
Yeah.
filtered, adjusted, and carefully selected.
Nobody posts a picture of themselves looking exhausted after walking 15,000 steps under the sun.
Or arguing with their family because they are hungry and trying to decide where to eat.
Oh, the famous holiday argument.
Every family has one.
Yes, we are having the best vacation of our lives. We just need to discuss for the next 45 minutes where we are going to have lunch.
Yeah, and someone always says, I don't mind, anywhere is fine.
The most dangerous sentence in the family vacation.
Because 10 minutes later,
Not there.
how about this place?
No,
What do you want to
I
eat?
don't know.
Wonderful.
And somehow we survive and still call it a beautiful family memory.
Because that is real life.
Exactly. A real holiday is not a movie.
Yeah.
There are delayed flights, lost luggage, rain on your beach day, children who are tired and suddenly decide they can no longer walk. And they say it with great drama. I have walked for 1,000 years.
A 7-year-old child saying that after 10 minutes.
Yes. And somehow, parents become human luggage carriers. One backpack, 2 shopping bags, a
Yeah.
water bottle, a jacket, and a child hanging on one arm. The true fitness program nobody talks about. So forget the gym. Go to the theme park with children.
Yeah.
10,000 steps before lunch and zero energy left for the evening. So maybe the question is not where should I go to find happiness? Maybe the question is how can I be present wherever I am? Because sometimes the most beautiful moments happen in ordinary places. A quiet morning at home, a conversation with someone you love, or simply doing nothing without feeling guilty.
That might be the most difficult skill of all. Why do we feel guilty when we are resting?
The skill that has become almost impossible in modern life.
It's funny, isn't it? We spend months saying, I'm so tired, I need a break. And then the break finally comes. We wake up with no alarm, no meeting, no schedule, no responsibilities for a few hours. And after 15 minutes, wait, shouldn't I be doing something?
Exactly.
Maybe I should clean the house, or organize the closet, or answer emails, or learn a new skill, or start a business, or become a completely new person before lunchtime.
Yes. And by 11 a.m., we should have learned Italian, baked sourdough bread, done yoga, written a novel, and become emotionally balanced.
Such a productive morning.
Very disappointing if we only sat on the sofa and stared at the ceiling.
Which, by the way, that can be a wonderful activity. I think our generation has been trained to believe that every minute must be useful. We turn everything into a project, even our hobbies.
Yes, we can't simply enjoy something anymore. We must become excellent at it. We cannot just bake cookies. We must create a bakery. We cannot just take pictures of flowers. We must become a professional photographer. We cannot just learn to play song. We must upload a performance and count how many people liked it.
And suddenly, something that gave us joy becomes another source of pressure.
Yeah.
That is such an important point. Sometimes we forget that not everything we do needs to be profitable. Not everything needs to become content. Not every beautiful moment needs to be shared. Sometimes a cup of tea can simply be a cup of tea. A walk can simply be a walk. A song can simply be a song. And a quiet afternoon can simply be a quiet afternoon.
Yeah, so there is no correct way to heal.
Yeah.
If 2 people have the same free day, one person takes a flight to another country, the other person stays home wearing pajamas until 3 in the afternoon. First of all, I would like to say that I respect both lifestyles.
Yeah.
I have years of experience avoiding arguments, but seriously, this is the thing. We often look at other people's way of relaxing and think, maybe I should be doing that too.
Someone says, I feel alive when I'm hiking. And you think, wonderful, I feel alive when I find a comfortable pillow.
Someone wakes up at 4 a.m. to watch the sunrise from the top of the mountain. And someone else wakes up at 10 a.m. because they finally had the chance to sleep without an alarm. Both people might be equally happy.
And that's the point.
Healing is very personal. For some people, healing means being surrounded by other people. A big family gathering, a reunion with old friends, a noisy dinner table where everyone is talking at the same time. And nobody can hear anyone, which is exactly how you know everyone is having a great time.
True. But for other people, healing means silence. A quiet room, a cup of coffee, a favorite chair, a book they have been saying they will read next week for the last 6 months. We all have that book.
Yes, that book has become part of the furniture. It is no longer a book, it is a decoration, a very intelligent decoration. Guests come over and think, whoa, this person reads a lot. Meanwhile, the bookmark is still on page 12.
Yeah.
And it has been there since 2024.
Maybe the most beautiful thing about healing is that it looks different for everyone. For some, it is a passport stamp. For some, it is a garden full of flowers. For some, it is an afternoon making something with their hands. Painting, sewing, cooking, baking. Or a hobby that makes them forget to check their phone.
And maybe that is the question we should ask ourselves during this holiday season. Not, where should I go? But, what makes my heart feel rested? Because healing is not a place on the map. Sometimes it is a feeling we carry inside us.
After all this conversation, I think we have learned something very important. That healing is actually very unfair.
Unfair?
Yes, because it refuses to follow the same recipe for everyone. There is no universal instruction manual saying, Step 1, buy a plane ticket. Step 2, find a beach. Step 3, take a picture of your feet in the sand.
Which, by the way, is very popular healing pose. Suddenly, healing has become a competition for beautiful toes.
But seriously, maybe we should stop asking, is my holiday exciting enough? And start asking, did my heart become a little lighter? Did I laugh? Did I have a conversation without checking my phone every 5 minutes? Did I notice the little things around me? So maybe the secret is not to have the perfect holiday.
Because honestly, there is no such thing. Even the most beautiful trip has delayed flights, lost luggage, and family discussions about where to have lunch.
Exactly. So wherever we spend our holiday, the goal is the same. To be there, to enjoy it, to collect moments, not just pictures. So, for everyone who is traveling during this school holiday, we hope you have a wonderful journey. Take many pictures, but don't forget to actually look at the view.
Yeah.
Eat delicious food, but don't spend 20 minutes arranging your plate for a photo while your food gets cold.
Very important advice.
And for those of you who are staying at home, please remember, your holiday is not smaller. Your moments are not less meaningful. There is no such thing as a small joy. A peaceful morning can be a destination too. A quiet afternoon can be a luxury. And a heart that feels rested is perhaps the best souvenir we can bring back from any holiday.
So wherever you are today, whether you are on the beach or on a mountain or still in your pajamas at home at 3 in the afternoon, we hope you find your own version of healing this holiday.
Not the one the world tells you to have, but the one your heart truly needs. Have a beautiful holiday, Korey
Yeah.
Gracia.
Okay, so also for you, Miss Audrey, enjoy your journey.
Yes.
your holiday, your school holiday.
Yay.
Right?
Yes.
1 month? Is it 1 month the holiday?
I think around, maybe one. No.
3 weeks.
3 weeks, I think.
yeah.
But it's okay.
Cukup lah ya.
Cukup lah.
Okay.
Even like before the students come again to school, we already have to go to school maybe 3 days before that or 4 days before
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, to prepare everything.
Yeah, okay.
And that's the time when I know what level I will be.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So they gave you the holiday first.
Yeah, miss.
Thinking of nothing.
Yeah, because everyone, like, we cannot tell everyone.
Oh.
Yeah, so even the teachers sometimes just know before the parents meeting.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that. So no one can like, Miss mau sama ini dong, Miss mau ini. But they can request for the students.
Oh, okay.
Like, Miss, aku mau dong anakku sekelasin sama ini, misalkan gitu. Itu it's okay.
It's okay.
We can give that request.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So there will be a parents meeting in the early of the new school year academic.
Before.
Oh, okay. And maybe after that you will know where you will be.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, before
Before.
the parents meeting.
Before
Oh.
the parents meeting.
Well, okay then. Hope you are in the level that you wish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, keluarga Gracia, that's our conversation about tonight's topic, which is actually about holiday mood. After we talk about our tonight's topic, now we will talk about daily conversation, keluarga Gracia, which is we will learn new things about daily conversation, about what to say or how to say it, which is the
okay.
topic still things we say but don't mean literally.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Please. Miss
Okay,
Dee.
so we are going to learn about expressions that don't always mean what they say.
Yeah.
Kita bilang begitu, tapi sebenarnya maksudnya bukan itu.
Bukan itu,
Ah,
betul.
So that's why we need to understand
Yeah.
the real meaning. Yeah. Okay, so number one is I'll think about it. I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Literal meaning, I will spend some time thinking about your idea.
Yeah.
But in real life, it often means probably no, but I don't want to say no directly. So listen to this conversation.
Yeah. You should wake up at 5 a.m. every day, take an ice bath, and run 10 kilometers.
Whoa, I'll think about it.
You mean you're not going to do it?
Well, I'm thinking about saying no politely. So it means saying no, yeah?
Yeah,
Lucu
actually
ya,
it
I'll
means
think about
no,
it. Yeah.
but it's like, it's we speak it like politely ya, sopan
Kalau
lah.
bahasa Indonesia, ya pikir-pikir dulu deh
Pikir-pikir
gitu
dulu
ya.
padahal sih enggak
Padahal
sih.
nggak mau mikir
Nggak
gitu
mau.
ya. Okay, so number 2, it's not a big deal. Meaning, don't worry, it's okay, it's not important. So the conversation,
I'm so sorry, I spilled coffee on your table.
it's not a big deal.
Really?
Well, it was a little bit of a big deal. It was my favorite table.
So you're still angry?
No, I'm just emotionally connected to my furniture.
Iya, kadang orang itu cuma ngomong kayak gitu buat basa-basi.
Basa-basi
Iya.
ya, iya. Ternyata orang sana juga kenal basa-basi ya. Number 3, you can say that again. Literal meaning, please repeat what you just said. But the real meaning, I completely agree. So the conversation,
This weather is unbelievably hot.
you can say that again.
Okay, this weather is unbelievably hot.
No, that's not what I meant.
But you told me to say it again.
Well, English is very confusing
Ya.
sometimes. Artinya sebenarnya saya setuju banget gitu
Iya.
ya. Bukan artinya ulangin dong, bukan
Betul.
ya. You can say that again.
Iya.
Okay, and then number 4, I'll get back to you. I'll get back to you. Literal meaning, I will return to you. But the real meaning, I will contact you later after I have an answer.
Yeah.
The conversation,
So, are we going on a holiday next month?
I'll get back to you.
That sounds very professional.
Yes, it sounds much better than I have no idea what
Yeah.
my schedule is. Okay.
So today we learned something interesting. Sometimes in English, people don't actually mean the words they say.
Exactly. If someone says, you can say that again, don't start repeating everything.
And if someone says, I'll think about it, maybe don't wait too excitedly.
And also, if someone says, I'm just kidding, be careful.
Yeah.
Sometimes they are 90% kidding and 10% hoping.
Yeah, that sounds very specific.
Yeah.
Okay, Keluarga Gracia, it's all about tonight. Before we leave, never stop learning. There is always one more thing to learn. Thank you for joining us. See you next week. God bless you all. Bye.
Bye.